Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're really getting into two fascinating parts of southern France. We've got the old port city, Marseille, and then the huge region of Occitanie.
Yeah, two very distinct places, but both just incredibly vibrant. We've looked at, well, everything, culture, history, music, food, you name it.
Exactly. We've got notes on their popular traditions, even like specific linguistic quirks.
And the goal today really is to get beyond that surface level travel guide stuff.
Right.
We want to figure out what really makes them tick, understand their identities, the surprising links, the big differences. It's kind of a shortcut for you to really appreciate the soul of southern France.
I like that, a shortcut to the soul.
Hmm.
Because a place isn't just coordinates on a map, is it? It's
Yeah.
alive.
Yeah.
It has an identity.
Definitely.
So let's start there, defining these identities. Marseille first has got this famously fiery soul, doesn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's France's oldest city, founded way back, maybe 600 BCE.
By Greek settlers, yeah. And it's just incredibly diverse today.
Massively diverse. And you feel this real, Southern working class pride, a very fierce local identity.
And definitely an anti-Parisian vibe sometimes.
Oh, yeah, that's definitely there. It's this mosaic city, as people call it. You've got French, North African, Italian, Armenian, Comorian, Corsican, West African communities all living together.
It's a unique energy, I bet.
It really does. People describe it as messy, musical, mythic, and very, very Mediterranean. Their mottos kind of say it all.
I like it.
Well, Marseille, pas comme les autres. Marseille, not like the others.
Okay, straight to the point.
And droit au but, straight to the goal. That's the football club's motto, OM. It's practically religion there.
Right.
And just this deep feeling of fier d'être Marseille, proud to be from Marseille.
You can really feel that pride. But then Occitanie, that's
Yeah.
a different kind of pride, isn't it? It's more spread out, more rooted in something else.
Completely different flavor, yeah. The name itself comes from the Occitan language where yes is oak. So it's known more for its rural traditions, the wine culture, obviously, and this deep Occitan pride. It feels ancient.
A strong regionalist feeling, separate from the north.
Very much so. Many people there feel culturally distinct from northern France. Its identity is this mix of Mediterranean warmth, but also echoes of Cap history, Roman roots, the mountains. It's complex.
So less urban grit, more.
More about celebrating, maybe, slowness,
Hmm.
community, heritage. You see it in symbols like the Occitan cross, red and gold.
Right.
And you hear phrases like Occitania viva, long live Occitanie, or la lingua nostra, meaning our language, talking at Occitan.
It's fascinating. Both have this fierce local pride, but so different. Marseille's is urban, diverse, maybe a bit rebellious.
Yeah, anti-establishment, definitely.
While Occitanie's feels tied to ancient language, traditions, a wider region.
Exactly. It's rooted in language, land, a sort of regional consciousness. It's a pride of endurance, maybe, whereas Marseille's is more defiant.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
And history must play a huge role in shaping those different kinds of pride. Marseille's past sounds pretty turbulent.
It really was. From Massalia, the Greek founding, it became a Roman port, then part of the Frankish Empire. Always important, always a bit chaotic.
A major trade hub, but also plague.
Yeah, unfortunately. It was a major entry point for plagues, including the Black Death in the Middle Ages. Grim stuff.
Wow.
But then, a huge role in the French Revolution, the anthem, La Marseillaise,
Named after Marseille.
adopted from revolutionaries marching from Marseille to Paris.
Yeah, that's incredible.
Then, tougher times. Nazi occupation in WWII, the old port bombed, partly destroyed.
Terrible.
And economic struggles in the 20th century. But it's bounced back, especially as a cultural hub, fueled by those waves of immigration post-1960s. That just reinforced the mosaic identity.
So constant reinvention almost. And Occitanie's history. It feels layered in a different way. Roman roots are strong there too, right?
Definitely. You've got amazing Roman cities like Nimes, Narbonne. The aqueducts, amphitheaters are still there. You can just feel the history.
But then there's the Cathar element, which sounds quite dark.
Very dark and very significant. The Albigensian Crusade, early 13th century. Basically a brutal religious war against this local Christian group, the Cathars,
Waged by
Catholic forces, mainly from the north. It left really deep scars, especially in places like Carcassonne, Albi. You can still feel it.
And the language, Occitan, was suppressed.
For centuries, yeah. French centralization really pushed against regional languages and identities.
So a history of resistance in a way.
In many ways. Later, it was a refuge for Spanish Civil War refugees near the Pyrenees, and a hideout for the resistance in WWII, a different kind of resilience.
It really highlights how history forges resilience differently. Marseille reinvents itself through its port, its people constantly changing.
A kind of urban adaptation, yeah.
While Occitane's resilience seems more about holding on to this deep regional identity, language, culture, despite suppression.
Exactly, an enduring spirit against the odds.
Okay, I'm starting to get a clearer picture. But to really feel these places, we need the senses. Food, music, traditions. Let's go back to Marseille. What's the taste, the sound?
Yeah, Marseille on a plate. It's Mediterranean, absolutely,
Yeah.
but also really multicultural. Seafood and spices are key.
Bouillabaisse has to be first, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
The iconic fish stew, you have it with the rouille, that garlicky saffron mayo, and toasted bread. It's a whole ritual.
Sounds amazing.
But there's more, like pied paquet, lamb tripe, and feet. Very traditional, very hearty.
Okay, maybe slightly more adventurous for some.
No, maybe. Then you have panisse, these great little chickpea fries, and aioli, another classic garlic mayo, but served as a main dish with salt cod and vegetables.
And the North African influence.
Huge. Dishes like chorba, a rich soup. For sweets, navettes, orange blossom biscuits, often boat-shaped, and chi-chi's fridges, kind of like long donuts.
Okay, my mouth is watering. What about drinks? Pastis.
Pastis is practically sacred. That aniseed drink, you have it with water before dinner. It's the aperitif.
It really is a symbol of the South, isn't it?
Totally. Plus, lots of rosé wine, mint tea in the cafes, fresh juices.
And the sound, the music scene.
Marseille's sound is heavily dominated by rap and hip-hop. It's huge there.
Really, major artists.
Oh yeah, legendary groups like IAM, artists like Akhenaton, Soprano, Jewel, SCH. The list goes on.
What do they rap about?
A lot about city pride, social struggles, resilience, identity. It really gives a voice to the city's diverse communities.
Are there older influences in the music too?
Definitely. You can hear hints of Occitan folk, North African ray, Corsican polyphony, even Arabic Andalusian sounds woven in sometimes.
Any iconic tracks?
Bad Boys de Marseille by IAM is a classic.
Mm.
Or the collaboration Marseille with Soprano and Jewel captures the vibe, and festivals like Fiesta de Suds are massive.
What about just everyday traditions? What would you see walking around?
Pétanque. People playing the bowls game everywhere, usually under the trees.
A classic French scene.
Absolutely. Big Bouillabaisse feasts with family and friends. The Navette's biscuits have their own traditions, especially around certain holidays.
Then the football.
Oh, the passion for OM Olympique de Marseille is unbelievable. Match days at the Stade Velodrome are intense.
I bet.
And the markets, like Marché de Noailles, so lively, full of North African and Mediterranean colors, smells, sounds. Plus, street art is everywhere. It's part of the city's fabric.
Okay, quite a sensory picture. Now let's shift to Occitanie. The food there sounds more
Rustic.
rustic.
Hearty, really flavorful. Think cassoulet.
Ah, the bean stew.
The classic slow-cooked white beans with duck confit or sausage. It's serious comfort food, especially around Toulouse or Carcassonne.
What else is typical?
Aligot. It's amazing mashed potatoes whipped with cheese, usually tom, until it's incredibly smooth and stretchy, from the Aveyron area.
Cheesy potatoes. Sounds good to me.
Then there's brandade de marou, a salt cod puree, often from Nîmes, and tiel cetoise from the port town of Sétaille, a spicy octopus pie.
Octopus pie. Interesting.
And lots of great cheese like Pelardon, a goat cheese from the Cevennes Mountains.
And for drinks, it's wine country, right?
Big time. You've got famous reds like Cahors, Minervois, Corbières, and Armagnac, which is a kind of brandy from Gascony.
And the music in Occitanie. Is it mostly folk?
There's a very rich Occitan folk tradition, yes. Instruments like the bodega, which is a type of
A
bagpipes
bagpipe.
in France.
Yep, a regional one. And the galbé, a small flute played with a tambourine. They play old genres like trobar, medieval Occitan poetry set to music, and dance tunes like the bourrée.
Is it just historical music, or is it still alive?
There's a strong revival movement. Musicians like Claude Marty, or even groups like Massilia Sound System, who are actually from Marseille, but sing in Occitan and French, mixing it with reggae and rap.
That's a cool blend.
Yeah, and you do get modern rap and electronic music in cities like Toulouse and Montpellier. Plus, near Spain, you find flamenco influences.
What about Occitanie's big traditions, besides music? Férias. These are big street festivals, especially in cities like Béziers and Nîmes. Lots of music, dancing, street parties, and bull events.
Bullfighting.
It's more like games and displays of skill with the bulls, often without harming them, unlike the Spanish style. It's called Curs Camargues sometimes.
Uh-huh, yeah.
There are also fire festivals, Cathar historical reenactments in some areas, festivals celebrating the moving of sheep transhumance, and lovely Occitan Christmas traditions and songs.
It's such a strong contrast, isn't it? Marseille's urban multicultural buzz versus Occitanie's deep-rooted folk traditions and rustic food.
Absolutely. Though, as you said, they both love their pasties, shows those southern connections are still there, underneath the differences.
Let's talk landmarks and famous faces. Marseille's got that rugged look, right? And a definite pop culture footprint.
It really does. The old port, the viewport, is iconic. It's been the heart of the city for like 2,600 years.
Wow.
Then you've got the Basilique Notre Dame de la Garde up on the hill with the golden statue of Mary watching over everything. It's stunning.
La Bonne Mère, they call her. The Good Mother.
Exactly. Le Panier is the oldest neighborhood, great for wandering narrow streets. And Les Calanques, those amazing rocky inlets with turquoise water, just beautiful. A national park now.
Must be incredible. And the stadium?
The Stade Velodrome, a
Yeah.
proper temple for OM fans. And don't forget Chateau d'If, the island prison from the Count of Monte Cristo.
All right. Adds a bit of literary drama. And the people who represent Marseille.
Well, Zinedine Zidane, the football legend, born and raised there, Algerian heritage, he embodies that mix.
A global icon for Marseille.
Definitely. Then you have figures like Akhenaten from IAM, rapper, poet, filmmaker, very influential. Maybe Fabienne Carat, an actress from a really popular TV show set in Marseille, Plus Belle la Vie.
Okay.
And writers like Jean-Claude Izzo, who basically created the Marseille noir crime genre. And filmmaker Robert Guédis, and his films really capture the city's working class soul.
What about the style? How do people dress?
It's pretty casual, coastal, a bit streetwise. The mariniere, the striped sailor shirt, is a classic symbol, but you see a lot of tracksuits, sneakers, OM jerseys too.
So quite relaxed.
Yeah, mixed with beachwear, sometimes traditional North African clothes like djellabas, and typical French street fashion.
Mm.
The nature nearby is that Mediterranean scrub, garrigue, lots of herbs like lavender, thyme, rosemary. The Calanques have wild goats, seabirds.
Okay. Now, Occitanie's icons. It's such a huge region. The landmarks must be really varied.
Hugely varied. You've got Toulouse, the Pink City, famous for its terracotta brick, but also a major aerospace center, quite modern in that sense.
Aerospace.
Yeah, Airbus HQ is there, the French space agency CNES. It's known as the aerospace capital of Europe.
That's unexpected alongside the ancient history.
Right. Then Montpellier, another dynamic city, tech-focused, very Mediterranean feel. But then you jump back centuries with Nimes and its Roman arena and aqueduct, the Pont du Gard nearby.
And Carcassonne.
The ultimate walled medieval city. Looks like something out of a storybook. And modern marvels, too, like the Millau Viaduct, the world's tallest bridge. And the Canal du Midi, that lovely tree-lined canal, a UNESCO site.
So a real mix of ancient and modern. Who are the key figures from Occitanie?
Maybe less globally famous than Zidane, but important. People like Dominique Baudis, journalist, former mayor of Toulouse. Claude Nougaro, a really famous jazz poet and singer, very linked to Toulouse.
Okay.
Jean Jaurès, a major socialist leader from the late 19th, early 20th century. And Pierre Soulages, the painter, master of black, huge figure in modern art.
And pop culture links. Besides aerospace.
Well, parts of the sci-fi movie The Fifth Element were actually filmed in Toulouse, playing on that futuristic aerospace vibe.
Huh, no way.
Yeah.
What about style in Occitanie? It must vary a lot across the region.
It does. Traditionally, you'd see regional dresses, embroidered shawls, maybe shepherd cloaks in the mountains. The Occitan cross pops up in jewelry.
And in the cities today.
Cities like Montpellier and Toulouse have a more contemporary vibe, bohemian, studenty, alternative fashion. Very different from the countryside.
And the nature is just as diverse.
Incredibly. You go from the Pyrenees Mountains with fir trees and marmots down through the Garrigue scrubland, the Cevennes Mountains with chestnut forests and wild boars, to the Mediterranean coast with flamingos.
Flamingos.
Yeah, especially in the Camargue area, which it shares with Provence. Famous for its white horses, black bulls, and pink flamingos. It's quite unique.
It really shows how Marseille's identity is so tied to its port, its urban grit.
Its maritime heritage, yeah.
While Occitanie spans everything from Roman ruins to spaceships, mountains to wetlands, geography shapes identity just as much as history there, it seems.
A really vast and varied canvas.
Finally, let's touch on language, because the way people speak is such a marker of identity. Marseille's accent is famous.
Oh,
Some
instantly recognizable. It's French, but with this distinct musicality, dropped syllables sometimes. It almost sings.
and lots of unique slang.
Definitely. Heavily influenced by all those different communities. Occitan, Arabic, Comorian, Italian. You hear things, "Le plus cher." It's like saying, oh, the poor thing, with real compassion.
Okay.
Or, oh, fin de séjour, just an expression of surprise like, wow, or bloody hell. If someone asks tafada, they mean, are you crazy?
Fada, I've heard that one.
Yeah, it's classic Marseille. And that friendly tankiek take, cousin, don't worry, bro. Very common, very warm.
Gives a real flavor. And Occitanie, again, is different. It's about the actual Occitan language, isn't it?
Yes, the Languedoc. French is official, of course, but Occitan is still spoken, especially in smaller villages, and there's a real cultural effort to keep it alive, celebrate it.
So you might actually hear it spoken.
You might, yeah. Simple phrases like "oc" for yes, the defining word. Adouciat is a traditional greeting, hello or goodbye. Bonjour for good day. Plein messe for thank you.
Nice. Are there regional French expressions, too, influenced by Occitan?
Oh, yeah. People might say, il fait un cognard when it's blazing hot. Or use té, like, look, or here. And à la revoyure is a lovely, slightly old-fashioned way to say, see again.
It's fascinating how language reflects pride in both places. Marseille through its unique accent and melting pot slang,
A very urban linguistic identity.
and Occitanie through the survival and celebration of its ancient language, both showing that deep regional character.
Absolutely. Language is such a powerful carrier of identity. Having explored Marseille and Occitanie, you really see these incredibly rich, complex identities, always changing yet always holding on to something essential.
It really makes you think, after hearing all this, what do you, listening, think is the biggest force shaping a place? Is it the ancient history, the ongoing, sometimes quiet, cultural resistance? Or is it the constant arrival of new people, new ideas, and to maybe think about how those things shape your own sense of place wherever you are?